or dark wizards might be hoarding different magical resources that are valuable to you as you're playing the game. So each one has kind of like a way to connect to our gameplay loops and provide different opportunities that just kind of reward you for poking around.
I mean, I run away up.
Being on it, and it's a great feeling managing those transitions.
You can fly around with more than just a broom,
from run
then.
to fly, and just being able to go wherever you want. And we tried to make sure
nice.
that each one of these things that you can interact with have a unique identity and a reason for being.
And, oh my god, like I see like different like areas, like a swampy area. By the way, can you go to like entire map anywhere you go? There are regions that are like locked from you?
Yeah, as soon as you, there's kind of a moment where the world kind of opens up.
That's the whole point of an open world.
Hogwarts as a student, and right from that moment, early on in the game, you can go wherever you want.
What a weird question to ask.
You might find more difficult challenges in different areas, and you'll see different spots as Andrew's moving around, like you mentioned the swamp. But we have got like a coast, and we've got different types of environments out in the world just to kind of pepper your experience. Reward you.
Well, I certainly hope it's not just one environment.
All those things exist as we're moving around.
So cool. I love that windmill. It's like so rustic. Like I keep forgetting that this is like 1800s. The Wizarding World we've never really seen before. Like it feels so authentic. Like it just.
He's very excited about all the littlest things.
I love this vista too, and I'm gonna have Andrew stop here. We're gonna use a bit of dev magic to change the seasons. Actually, I want you to see what this world looks like, covered in snow.
Yes, yes, please. I love. Oh my god, it changes the landscape like completely. Oh my god, does it have like actual like
well, I would hope so.
impact on the gameplay, or does it like it's just the weather of Scotland?
Yeah, we really use it.
They just directed this guy to be like fucking shocked about everything, like he's never seen a video game.
As you're progressing through your main storyline.
I guess that's important though, since I imagine with a name like Harry Potter, a lot of like non-gaming veteran people are going to be trying to play it. People who've never touched the game.
In order to
show me some gameplay though. I want to see the combat because that shit looks terrible. What is this?
Tour and play with the dark arts and decide whether or not that is a path.
Censored moment.
Oh, he just about the cadavers right away. Oh my god.
We're starting off strong.
Oh my god. Was that Kujio? Oh my god. That's so cool.
Yeah, so that you'll notice right away, like when we use Avada Kedavra, that guy's health bar went from instant to 0, and we really are trying to honor the way Avada Kedavra works in the game, even in some pretty extreme situations. You'll notice that like the meter takes up a lot longer to.
It seems a little slow, but at least it's kind of creative, I guess.
Deal with its extreme power, just so that it's still fun to use. And then there's some ways that we'll probably talk about to adjust that. But I don't know. I don't know if there are things on the screen that you just have.
Definitely looks better than their last
like,
gameplay trailer,
which
was just a
school
simulator.
Also, before, like that sign, well, it's like so in the community we call it the ancient magic sign. I don't know if that's how it's called.
Yeah.
In the game.
So the community is astute. So on the development side and in player facing in the game, we reference that as your ancient magic community.
Oh, so it is ancient magic.
That is, yeah. So as your abilities in the game keep growing and you become exposed to some of the secrets about your own kind of mystery and your own abilities, you start.
Well, it definitely looks better than the last
one.
That's for damn sure.
You'll see that ability.
Do they have like cool boss fights?
In this long cooldown, because obviously it's an instant kill. One thing that you could do is brew a focus potion, and that will increase how quickly your cooldowns regain.
Right. Oh my god, there's just so much like versatility.
Better combat than Forspoken. Is Forspoken just not good? Didn't the demo come out?
He's just bouncing around the arena. He's like not. And the troll makes him move around too, looks like.
And I love that our plants are violent.
Yes, and so that's like when we're talking about
really
almost the setup of the arena. You also have plants that you can fight with, and so we have things like the venomous tentacula that you can put down, and it acts like a turret, and it just kind of shoots enemies around the battlefield.
That is so cool. This is like a truly like Hufflepuffian way to approach the battle. Yes.
This doesn't look terrible. This definitely looks a lot better than the last thing they showed from it. I'll keep approaching it with an open mind. Hopefully it'll be fun. I want to see Forspoken demo now. I don't want to play it myself though. Let's see. You said the gameplay is really bad.
Put it on quality, which is just slowing or even stopping fast-moving enemies, allowing you to blast them with attacks.
It'll be over soon enough.
What?
You need to be a little more patient.
Tendra. Okay, oh, it's recharging.
It's alright, just boring. Bankin says it's horrible.
Okay. Okay, we'll do that. That is, I'm not sure what that is. A magic refill, perhaps? Or maybe just XP points? Got...
Now let me skip around here and see like a little bit later combat.
I'm not supposed to go that way. I'm supposed to go this way. Maybe perhaps going down through
There's
here.
use of Medora. That is the worst grappling hook ever made in a video game. Is it one of the grappling hooks that you can only use in certain locations? Yeah. It's not like free.
This kind of reminds me of like an Elden Ring area of sorts. I'm gonna grab some more flowers. Don't mind if I do. Oh, that's a crocodile. That's a pretty cool looking crocodile.
That is a pretty cool looking crocodile.
This blade is awesome. I mean, I'm burning these boys up.
What's the matter?
So is this just kind of the whole thing? There's one attack animation for the sword, and that's it.
Ooh, cursing, I like it. Quite the explicit language, young lady. Alright, let's take this one out.
What do you mean cursing? I like it.
Yeah.
That seems like a weird compliment to try and find in there.
Is that a chest? What is that?
Shit. Looks like some kind of lock.
Yeah, I'll still try it when it comes out. I'm definitely not playing the demo though. No shot. You have a sword with 3 spells and a range attack with 3 other spells, and that's it. We'll see. Thanks a resub, Peepo. And the resub Minty. You can get way more spells. Okay, hopefully. I guess we'll see. What do you think about Wulong? Oh my god, I'm so excited for Wulong. Yeah, that looks great. That looks amazing. No, I haven't played Crisis Core yet. I'm doing Choo Choo Charles tonight, not Crisis Core. Thanks, Risa Binny. Wulong is going to be shit, mark my words. Well, you must not have known that they actually had a demo come out, and I can assure you, it was anything but shit. This demo fucking slapped. Now, I guess they could really drop the ball after the demo, maybe, but this demo went hard. Who's the studio behind it? Same team behind Neo, baby. Neo is one of my favorite Souls-likes. I love that series. He's a tier 1 gorilla. And the resub Kiera. Charlie coping makes me sad. What? I played the demo. It was a fucking great demo. It was just good. What do you mean? Thanks to the resub Happy and gives sub Jordan. You play High on Life? Nah, I don't think I'll ever finish it. There's a resub. Schmecks and Wolfen. Oh, sweet. Thanks for the bits, Bomb. That sounds like a lot. Goddamn. What's your favorite game from the PS2 and PS3 era? Does it have to be on one of those two consoles? Because you said era. That would put us very comfortably in the era where City of Heroes came out, which is my favorite game of all time. Thanks for the resub, Richie. And the resub, J-Mac. You watched the trailer for the Where Winds Meet? Yeah, I already saw that. Looked good. Let's give some Tyler. You gonna play the Black Myth Sun Wukong game? Yep, if it ever comes out. You see the drama about AI art? You talking about ArtStation and AI art? Yeah, I did. Yeah, they're in some hot water. Oh, goddamn. Thank you for the 25 gift subs, JJ. Christ, thank you for the big drop again, man. You've been super generous this last week. Goddamn. Thank you for that. Yeah, ArtStation, though, is getting some shit on Twitter. And not without reason. So, as I understand it, and maybe people in chat know better than I, artists on ArtStation are just asking ArtStation to do something about separating the AI art from, like, the actual human being generated art. Like, just put them in separate places. I don't think they want to outright ban it, at least not the majority of people. They just don't want it, like, as shoved down their throat. Like, they want it just more like, can you promote the fucking 95% of your community that doesn't really like AI art, instead of, like, only promoting AI-generated pieces, I think. Because right now, a lot of AI art is getting promoted pretty heavily on ArtStation, which is drowning out, like, the normal art from people. They definitely want to ban it. The overwhelming majority of what I saw was them wanting ArtStation to do something so it's not just AI art taking over the platform. Not so much outright ban it. Just do something. Take some kind of, like, stand. A line in the sand somewhere. Thanks for the resub to the death. Nick. And the gift sub Grumpy in the Prime. Sushi. And the 10 gift subs Vitri. Thank you, Vitri. Resub Daddy, Dio, and Sis. AI art will take over. Maybe. I think it'll take over on small projects. Like, projects with absolutely take over there. But I don't really see a world where, like, big studios and shit would go for AI art as opposed to, like, traditional art. Because it'd be really hard to get exactly what you want out of a machine through prompts, as opposed to telling a person, like, fully explaining it to them. But I definitely do think AI art will absolutely be used overwhelmingly for lower budget projects. And for commissions, I'm not sure. That'd be pretty tough as well. I think for the same reason bigger studios would go to a real artist, people that want a commission would probably also go to a real artist, because you can easily explain your thoughts to a person who would hear them and know what you want, as opposed to typing out the perfect prompt to get what you're imagining. So, I don't think it'd replace commissions. I just think it's going to replace, like, professional work on smaller budget titles. But we'll see. I also envision a future where, like, artists also start using the technology to refine their pieces as well to some level. Kitty. Appreciate that. What's your stance on calling someone an artist by using AI art? Oh, I think that's silly. 100% I think that's silly. I've generated so many AI art pieces over the last, like, fucking 5 or 6 months. If anyone called me an artist for some of those great generations, I would laugh in your goddamn face. I do think AI art is real art, but the person that's generating that art is not an artist. They're more like a wordsmith. An interpreter, even. They can come up with the perfect prompt for what they want. I don't think that makes them an artist. More of an engineer. Yeah, kind of like a technician almost. I think the resub don't know and the gift sub Desmail and resub Claff and Prime adequate. Now I will say I definitely see AI taking over in journalism pretty soon. I wasn't exaggerating when I made that video. I really do think with ChatGPT only being in its infancy and being so incredibly realistic and so true to see Polygon, Kotaku, like the usual suspects using ChatGPT to generate garbage, clickbait, ragebait articles instead of just commissioning someone to do it. I absolutely see that happening soon. I almost prefer it. True. Fucking true. At least with the AI, the shit's coherent. Half of the goddamn Kotaku ragebait articles go completely off the rails. Thank you for the 5 gift subs, Jfish. Thank you for that. Thank you, Fish. Imagine a bot doing a better job than you. Hey, you don't have to imagine it, man. Give it 10 years and whatever your job is, and AI is probably going to take it over soon, too. I'm telling you, I really do think they can do anything that a human can. Podcasting, I absolutely think they're going to crush it. Someone will probably, like, since they already have so many, like, voice AIs out there, someone will probably do, like, a all-star lineup for a podcast. So you'll have, like, fucking Marilyn Monroe doing a podcast with George Carlin. Like, you would literally be able to take anyone and make content out of it. You just write them the prompts. Will AI entertain AI? Ooh, now it's getting real meta. That's, who knows? We'll see how deep that rabbit hole goes, I suppose. But yeah, the AI technology is already, like, fucking wild even in that regard. Have you guys heard me sing Rap God? Here, I won't do the whole song, it's fucking 6 minutes, but here. So Ray J went straight to the radio station the very next day. Hey fam, I'ma kill you. Lyrics coming at you at supersonic speed. JJ, hey, sumalama doomalama, you assuming I'm a human. What I gotta do to get it? Like they even get intonation. I made of rubber so that anything you say is ricocheting off of me and illusion. I'm devastated more than ever, demonstrating to give a motherfucking audience a feeling like it's levitated and fading. And I know the haters are forever waiting for the day that they can say I fell off. They'd be so like wretches. I know the way to get them motivated to make elevating music. You make elevator music. Like it's actually pretty impressive. And this is just a fucking YouTube goofball here. Imagine what they could do with like a celebrity. Like there's just so much potential with AI generated entertainment. There is no job that is safe. Whatever job you think is safe is not. Acting? Nope. AI could absolutely do that too. I'm telling you. It's gonna get wild quick. This is still early into AI. Thanks to the resub Jay and Salami and the bits Grant. Hey, thanks for that, Grant. Hope you're doing well. Doctor, AI is actually extremely efficient when it comes to diagnoses right now. They can't perform surgeries or anything, but when it comes to diagnoses, I can't remember the one that's been making headlines, but there's one AI that's really good with oncology. But yeah, I can't do surgery yet. There's the resub. Origina, Soul Drainer, and give sub Soupy. Robots absolutely do surgery. Not autonomously. Not that I know of. Wait, what? I'm pretty sure all the robots you're thinking about with surgery are usually used as tools by the actual surgeons. Not autonomous. Can already code shit too? Yeah, ChatGPT can literally code shit. There's a give sub Dumb Drunk Gamer, and the resub only made the sub to Charlie, and the bits I. Have you seen AI Joe Biden rapping? Oh, I've seen it all. I think AI is just nuts. I actually think it's so fucking insane. There's a resub Where's Dave, and the Prime thrice. And the bits Dazmail. And the resub Hero and Vador. AI is news reporters. Yep. I'm telling you, like, I can't think of too many places AI can't succeed, like can't take jobs. In the future, of course. Right now, there's no AI or anything like that that's going to be able to replace, like, sports. Like, you can't have, like, an AI sports player right now. Unless you're talking esports. Because then, yeah, absolutely, they could fuck you up. Oh, if you're talking, like, physical trades, yeah, they can't do that yet. Yeah, anything in a physical trade, but, like, think bigger scale. Think long-term, 100 years from now. Like, I just can't think of too many jobs that they wouldn't be able to replace. I just can't believe we actually got to this point this quickly. It really feels like AI only just started like maybe a year ago. And look where we're at. AI was invented last year. Well, the concept of AI wasn't invented last year, but I'm talking about like all of this steam that it's gathering. It's only been like a year. I remember deep fakes. When those came out, that was fucking revolutionary. Now deep fakes are child's play. They can't be streamers. You insane? Of course they could. Thanks to give sub adequate. The bits Marina. And the give sub codes. ChatGPT is amazing. Did a whole essay with it. Wow, man, actually, that would be a crazy tool for just cheating on papers. Because then you would never get, like, flagged for plagiarism in all of the algorithms that they use. Or actually, I think it's just one website, turnitin.com. Yeah, 100%, because it generates original works. Oh my god. Holy shit, yeah, you would never, ever have to write your own goddamn essay. Though it probably wouldn't be giving you A's, it'd just be giving you something serviceable. It probably wouldn't generate, like, an actual great essay, but you'd turn something in. Thanks for the bits, Tori. Have I used ChatGPT yet? No, because now it's overloaded since it became so mainstream. I haven't been able to actually sign up and use it. So right now it's only been Kaya that's been using it. Thanks for resub Turbo. Deepfake Tom Cruise is pretty cool. Thanks for resub Aurora. But it won't source it, will it? If you tell it to, I bet it will. I bet here. Does anyone have ChatGPT access at the moment? Test it. I'm curious. Ask it to write like a 500-word report on, I don't know, the Civil War, and then specify site sources. I guarantee it probably would. You could even say like site sources in MLA format. I bet it would. Oh, actually, no, you're right. It can't because it doesn't have access to the live internet. You're right. It can't. It can't. It won't be able to cite. No, it shouldn't be able to. At least it shouldn't be able to because they cut off the live access to the internet. Do yourself right now. What, is it not overloaded tonight? Oh, wow. Wait, you're right. Can I make my account now, finally? No, it's still not letting me sign up. Don't I have... No, I don't. Meh. He's a tier 1 Shy, and the resub Wooly, high tier, and Cypher. MBT had a Twitter thread a few hours ago where it was making legit Yu-Gi-Oh cards in detail. That's pretty cute. It generates fake sources, like fake articles. That's how markers can check. Ah. So it can't actually... Okay, that makes sense. Thanks to resub Wood. Well, that's awesome. Thank you, Wood. And thanks to resub Bizzle. Have we tried it on mobile? I have not. You playing High on Life? No, I'm gonna play Choo Choo Charles tonight in just a bit. It's apparently a short game, so I'll probably just finish it tonight. My student tried to convince me that using AI to write your personal essay for grad school applications was fine. Had to tell her that it was not very fine. Wow. That was worth a try, I guess. Shit. I have no idea, Rin. It cited books for the Civil War essay. Tweeted it at you. Let me see. But are they real citations? Okay. Let's see. I'll pull it up. Okay. So if you... It's cited A&E television networks. You're gonna... I'd say if you're gonna use this to get by on your reports, you might want to check the sources and find some better ones. But are these accurate? Like if you actually go to these cited sources, like they are real? I'm imagining they are. They seem like real. No. See them accepting, especially the first one. PBS is reputable, so I imagine this would probably be fine. A&E, no, that one you might want to manually go through and take off. It didn't quote it didn't quote cite in paper properly. Well, you'd have to probably specify cite in paper, like in essay citations. This is just more of like the standard citing. I think the in-paper one is MLA, right? Or is it APA? Can't remember. But yeah, you'd probably have to specify. I imagine it would do that, though. The tier 1 Hydra and the resub Endless and Goat. And the resub Rainbow. This is fucking crazy, man. Good lord. Thanks, the resub Puppy. And the Prime Knuckle. And Autumn. Running through a plagiarism detector. Well, I don't have a turnitin.com account. I really don't think this would be flagged as plagiarism because the AI literally generates this shit, like original content. At least it did on all the game journalism articles that we had it generate. There's the Prime, Pizza Man, Ahmed, and the resub Sizzle, Jake, and tier 1 Strat. That's scary. Yeah, it is. It is pretty wild. What I really wanted to do, I'll blow the lid off this operation. I thought it'd be fun. I wanted to start a game journalism site that was nothing but AI-generated articles and just have it populate the fuck out of it with hundreds of AI-generated articles and then subtly plug that shit on Twitter to try and get it traction and see what kind of reputation it could build purely off just AI-generated game journalism. How believable would it be? Would anyone catch on? But it's just such a big undertaking for that. It's such a long con. Kotaku did it first. Yeah, probably. Yeah, they beat us to the punch. Top 5 bananas in games. You'd just be populating with the most outrageous shit. Because the podcast episode's not out yet, but Kaya, we were talking about it on the podcast, and Kaya did a prompt where it said, give me a list of like 10 Kotaku articles. or give me a list of 10 potential Kotaku articles that would be popular, or something like that. And ChatGPT spit out 10 bangers. Like 10 articles, like titles that would actually go so hard and would be completely believable. It like the AI somehow has like a level of awareness on like the actual personality and tone of Kotaku. There's a resub Apple Hole. Spoil one? God, I can't remember him verbatim. Well, actually, I remember one. When Kai asked it, one of them that really stood out because it was so fucking believable was Kotaku article focusing on war games, glorifying war crimes, and trying to pervert the perspective of what it means to be like a patriot or something. It was something to that effect, like war games are corrupting the youth by making them believe that killing is okay and war is great. Like that is what the AI spit out as a Kotaku article when it was just asked what would be a good Kotaku article, and it gave that, which is so unbelievably accurate. Like that is something Kotaku would probably post today. And it's something IGN posted when Call of Duty Vanguard came out They wrote a whole article about how it's time we stop having war games or whatever. So you could actually probably just have an entire site dedicated to AI churning out articles like that, because it has some level of, like, understanding of game journalism. It's crazy. It is just crazy. Thanks for you some Bunny and Gamble. Just because the bar is set so low. Well, yeah, that's why it'd be game journalism. You'd have to target first. You seen the new nuclear fusion breakthrough? Yeah, we went over it last night. Just tried it, and the first one was why video games don't need single-player campaigns anymore. 100% believable as like a Kotaku or Polygon article. Thanks, Resub Underdog. That's just news from EA. How'd your WoW raid go last night? Pretty well. We got through 3 encounters. Still need to finish it. I'd be lying if I said I didn't swipe to get some WoW tokens so I could afford some better gear to up my eye level. So next time we do the raid, which we'll probably do it tomorrow. I don't know if we'll stream it, but regardless, I do want to finish that raid soon. Yeah, I'm now 355 eye level, so I'll actually be able to contribute a bit more. Your streamer yoink cash from the chat. Bro, no one in, literally no one in chat plays WoW. Like, we were struggling. I do not have like a big WoW playing community out here. Thanks a resub Ogton. We had a couple pumpers though. Our raid group was actually pretty fire. Did your item sell? My BOE? Yeah, but I had to crank the price down to 150k. Everything tanked overnight. Every other item, every other BOE of that kind, of that set, was going for like 100 to 150k. So I had to drop that drastically. And it finally sold. But man, I actually had a lot of fun in that raid. I really want to finish it. So as soon as the boys are ready. Thanks for resub Sniper. I always just love raids, man. Like a well done raid, it has to be some of the most fun content in gaming. Destiny 2, I hate the grind around it. I think it's fucking mind numbing. But man, those raids go so hard. Now WoW raids got me scratching that itch. Oh yeah, the Final Fantasy XIV raids look really cool, especially the Nier Automata one. There's 3 Nier raids? Oh shit, I had no idea. No, we're still going for day 1 on Lightfall. So I still have to finish Witch Queen, which we still haven't done yet. But yeah, we're gonna try in day 1 Nightfall or Lightfall. That's for Destiny. When does Lightfall come out? February, I think. Never will. We probably won't succeed, but we're gonna try. Thanks for resub unidentified. Yeah, I already checked out Hogwarts Legacy gameplay. Looks a lot better in their most recent trailer for it. What's the plan for tonight? Choo Choo Charles was just going over shit. It's apparently a short game, so it's not going to take long. You hear about the amazing Luca's racist rant about Elden Ring winning Game of the Year. Says that anyone playing Elden Ring is a terrorist and anti-American. Sounds like a guy that was desperate for attention. I don't know who that is, but it just sounds like a guy that's trying to troll to get attention out of it. Thanks, Resub Corn in Tier 1, Kev. Oh, hey, Beaver. Yeah, I'm definitely going to run dungeons after Witch Queen to get ready. Probably a chat GPT generated take. True. Thanks, the resub cactus. I think it could replace animators? What, AI? Holy fuck yeah. Animators will probably beg for this kind of technology. Do you know how helpful it would be to have AI do like some in-between frames for you? Like, I think animation is a place where they will welcomely open some AI assistance. 100%. Like, that's not one where people are going to be like apprehensive to it. I think animators will really be excited because when it comes to animation, there's so much like tedious groundwork, like grunt work no one really wants to do. If you could just feed that to an AI to turn that out for you while you focus on the bigger and better shots, I bet they'd love that. But again, I'm not an animator. That's just how I feel they'd respond to it because of how cutthroat and tedious it is. No shot. I don't know, man. I read all those horror stories about, like, Japanese animation studios and how people get so unbelievably overworked that they fucking drop dead. I feel like having AI assistants to help ease some of that workload would be a very welcome change. Bro, Mappa haven't seen their children in months. Well, yeah, Jesus, with the amount of projects Mappa takes on. Doubt they're going to work them less. Well, I feel like they would, though. Most of that time is spent on those, like, in-between frame. Well, okay, that's an exaggeration. I'm really putting a lot of stock into that. But a lot of that time is spent on, like, the more tedious work. Not, like, the actual crucial stuff, but it's stuff that still needs to be done. And it's a lot of workload that just takes a lot of time. If you could dump that to an AI, you'd have no reason to just keep overworking them for that shit. At least with Mappa, they just take on more projects. True, they could have the cup runneth over and just have a million projects because now they have AI doing the really low-level grunt work. I have a bachelor's degree in animation, could definitely see how AI could help streamline the animation process. Yeah, but chat does make a good point. There is absolutely a world where that then becomes even more exploitive, where you now just take on more projects and still overwork your animators while paying them less because now you have AI. So you justify like a pay cut by saying, well, now half your job goes to AI. So like there's still plenty of room for exploitation. But in an ideal world, I think AI could be a great assistant when it comes to animation. He's the prime hunky. I had ChatGPT code an entire 55-line pizza ordering system in Python. Fuck yeah. That's fucking hot. Nice. Did 55 lines. Yep, pretty impressive. AI animated Berserk. Ooh, that would be interesting. You gonna stream Lightfall and Destiny? Oh yeah, of course. We always stream day one raids. Do you pay for your blue check? No, I wish you'd just take that shit away now so people stop thinking I actually pay money on Twitter. It's fucking embarrassing. Of course I don't pay for my blue check. I wish you'd finally just get rid of that shit. Doesn't it say whether it's a paid blue check or not? I know it used to. I don't know if it still does. You still doing the AI generated music video? I still want to, it's just not an easy thing to pull off, at least not effectively. Trashing it and you don't even know? What about whether or not it still says if it's paid for or not? What are you talking about, man? Why does that matter? Because I don't remember if he took that away or not with all the amazing changes he makes every 5 minutes. Now all of a sudden I'm no longer allowed to talk about the silly shit that he does as well? Because I don't know if it still says whether or not it's paid for? What does that take? Twitter changes every 5 minutes. He's already walked back on his first statement of, like, I care about free speech so much it extends to the guy who tracks my jet. And then today he just banned that account. Like, it's like he's constantly changing everything on there. It's hard to keep up. Oh, did he ban the Jeff Bezos one? Because the Jeff Bezos plane tracking account was still up last I checked. I think it's the Prime Trash and Dins, which I think is run by the same guy. They're both up, you tool. Oh, wow. Why do people just deny, like, actual, easily researchable things? Let's see. What was the guy's name? Jay Sweeney, I think, right? No, it wasn't Jay Sweeney. What the fuck was his name? Was it Jack Sweeney? Oh, there it is. It was Jack Sweeney. At Elon Jet Twitter account suspended and Jack Sweeney's personal account too. Like, if you don't want to just believe what you see on Twitter, you can go to any of the 5 million sources to word about free speech and how it extends to even people that pose a threat to him with their free speech. Why do you bother fighting for him when you don't do the bare minimum of confirming whether or not you know what you're talking about? Like, you can swallow the meat all you want, but at least get your, like, statements accurate. Pretty sure that's bait. Elon meat swallowing. You never really know for sure. I do think he's done some good things for Twitter, though. When it comes to, like, the combating child porn, it looks like he's actually taking that seriously, which is something Twitter never did. So that's good. I think that's a good thing. But overall, it's been kind of a clown show. Thanks, Resub Puma. He fired the child exploitation team. I might be misunderstanding your statement. One of the lead guys on the Twitter trust and safety team tweeted out some real suspicious shit. He tweeted out an article called, "Can high school students meaningfully consent to sex with their teacher?" And then he also made an entire thesis on, like, why kids or teenagers should be, like, allowed on Grindr. That was the head of the fucking trust and safety team at Twitter. So him being fired, I'm not shedding any tears over. That's misinformation. It's on his Twitter. It's literally on his Twitter. What do you mean? I looked at it myself on his Twitter. What's his name? It was like Eli Roth? What the fuck was his name? What the fuck was his name? Oh, here we go. Twitter's ex-safety head flees home after Musk's child sexual... Jesus, why can't I read that because it was cut off? Child sexualization smears. What smears? It was on his own Twitter. I looked at it on his Twitter account. ...300-page 2016 PhD dissertation on Grindr titled Gay Data. I didn't read the entire 300-page thing, but I did skim it. Like, it was talking about teenagers and Grindr, and it wasn't, like, condemning it. And then the article he tweeted out was literally called, "Can high school students meaningfully consent..." Oh, it was Yol. "Meaningfully consent to sex with their teacher." I think he tweeted that in 2010? Is it still there? Like, that is some weird shit. Out of context. The context was a teacher fucked their student. She was 18 or something. But the title is still very... Like, that is still not something that the head of safety of Twitter should be engaging in. Can high school students meaningfully consent to sex with their teacher? But she's 18. A teacher should still not be fucking their high school student. The answer should still be no. Yeah, high school students cannot meaningfully consent to sex with their fucking teacher. Like, no matter how you spin it. Was that his stance? The conclusion that it draws is that it's in, like, a gray area, if I remember correctly. Thanks to 10 gift subs, Dong. Appreciate it, man. You see there's going to be a live-action God of War? I just learned about that from chat. I didn't know they were making live-action God of War. That'll be hype. That was not the conclusion of the article. I must be getting it mixed up with his thesis then. What was the conclusion of the article? Here, let me look. Can high school students ever meaningfully consent to sex with their teacher? Let me read this again. Well, let me go through it again real quick. No, that is what do you mean? That's not what they are. That is like almost exactly what it draws. Like the closing statement. Of course, teacher-student sex is a controversial topic, even with students over the age of 21, and many colleges have banned hot for teacher hookups. Don't legislate those relationships from the outside, though, because we're talking about legal consenting adults, things get messier when looking at cases like that guy's. If we draw the line at high school graduation as opposed to a student's 18th birthday, it means a teacher having sex with a 20-year-old high school student could still be outlawed, even though someone of the same age could legally engage in sexual relationship with a teacher if they were in college. Easy to understand the frustration of the dissenting judge in the case who wrote that the majority opinion does not ultimately make sense. That is the very definition of he leaves it, or this article leaves it in a gray area. What are you talking about? I didn't even misremember it. Like, no matter how you spin it, even if it was, and it also talks about the age of consent law in Washington being 16, which you're getting into some real dicey shit if you're trying to make an argument about, like, 16 and your high school teacher. But, like, regardless of how you spin it, a teacher should still not be fucking his high school student, no matter what. It doesn't matter if they're 18. Like, it doesn't matter. Now you're just being a fucking weirdo. The article saying that it's technically legally allowed, right? But that it ultimately, or that according to the judge, ultimately it doesn't make sense. Again, the article is talking about the gray area basically, and how messy it is. This case as its basis. There's a resub Carrie, Lopez, Sunny, and Tier 1 Bell. It's also about the power dynamic between a teacher-student relationship. Like, I don't even think you need to even mention the word power dynamic, because it's so implied it is a fucking teacher that is fucking a high school student. Like, no matter what, it is bad. Even if that high school student is 18. Talking about it being 16 here, 16 and 17, I don't think I even need to explain why that, under no circumstances, should be okay. But regardless, like, I don't even think you even need to bring up the power dynamic. It is a fucking bad. Very bad. Thanks to 5 gives subs Freeze and the resub George and Lol and Swag and Cinny. I don't understand how that's like a hot take. That's like the most basic take imaginable. God damn. I don't know if we have like 16-year-olds in here that have a hot teacher that they want to fuck and want to like somehow make it seem like she should be allowed to, or if we have like actual predators in here, like god damn. What the fuck? Good lord. Yucky. But yeah. Can't say that I'm super upset that guy's not with Twitter anymore. Especially since they weren't doing anything about the child porn on Twitter for a while anyway. So they weren't really even doing their job. That's probably like the only good thing Elon's done so far for Twitter. Thanks to the resub. Hispanic man and the bits goodness and thick. Why do people always bring up age of consent laws in certain states? Yeah, I don't know why that one always comes up, man. I couldn't tell you. You seen Logan Paul beefing with Andrew Tate? I've seen Andrew Tate trying to start shit with Logan Paul. Has he even responded? He just calls him like a steroid weirdo or something. Seemed kind of desperate from Andrew Tate. Thanks to the resub Naruto. Alright. I heard Tiana go to bed. I'm gonna go say goodnight real quick. I'll be right back. Thanks to the bits butter.